Our New 52 kind of storyline that we started in kind of Flashpoint, but it's really Justice League War. It continues directly right after what we finished in Batman vs. Robin. So what it starts off, Damian is still in the monastery, still trying to learn to kind of cope with his feelings. And Batman is doing his thing, taking names and kicking ass through Gotham. And what happens is that he runs into an altercation and he supposedly dies or disappears. And then so what happens is that the rest of the Bat family kind of comes together and they have to investigate what happened to him. So it kind of turns into a kind of a mystery of what happened. Now within this time, the Heretic comes in and he tries to move in on Gotham, and he brings the difference between him and the other kind of mob bosses is that he brings, and his group is all like supervillains. So you see like Hellhound, Electrocutioner, Calculator, all these kind of supervillains, and they all come with him to kind of take over. And so you get our Bat family running into the Heretic, and then as the story progresses, you find out what happened to Batman and hijinks ensue. So, and it's a lot of action. This is probably the most action I've ever done in any of my films.
Really?
Oh yeah, and I think this is probably the best action I've done. If you've watched my stuff, it's probably some of the craziest stuff I've ever done.
I know this is an original feature, but
Yes.
I mean, we've seen in the comics some stories of the death or disappearance of Batman.
Yes.
Will this draw on any of that, or is this completely from scratch?
It's completely from scratch. I know James Tucker, he really wanted to do a Bat family story. In order for us to kind of really focus on them, you have to get rid of Batman some way. So we came up with a nice kind of storyline on how to kind of get him into the sidelines so that we can focus on Nightwing, Damian, Batwing. That way we can kind of introduce those new characters.
So how long is Batman really in?
Oh, he's in a
Probably
pretty good amount. I mean, Jason, his sessions were kind of short, but he did have Batman is quite a lot. He's in it more than I know. People said that he wasn't very much in it in Assault on Arkham, but he's in it more than that. But Assault on Arkham, I thought he was in the whole thing. But he was just in disguise.
I always thought that was just a Suicide Squad kind of movie.
Oh, yeah.
I know it was Batman oriented, but
Yeah.
it's a Suicide Squad.
I mean, but that's the thing is that we have to sell the movies with either Batman or Superman in order to sell it because random person won't buy it unless they know who the characters are. Whereas hell, we got a Suicide Squad movie on it. We got a live action Suicide Squad movie coming out. So
Now,
it's exciting.
What comics would you say? I mean, I know obviously nothing's really a straight adaptation at this point, but what comics would you say this is kind of based in? I mean, with the Heretic, we've got some of kind of like the end of Batman Incorporated.
I think that's a better question to ask James Tucker. James is the one who kind of spearheaded the whole development of this story.
Okay.
I know there are instances from the Batwoman comics that after I read the comics, I tried to inject into the story, like her backstory. We tried to stay true to what it was. And there's nuances as well as a lot of new stuff. I mean, the nice thing about doing it in continuity is that we get to build upon what we already have and kind of do something new so that...
Right, flesh out the universe a little bit on your own.
Sometimes if you know how it's going to end, the audience isn't that excited because you're like, oh, I know how it ends, Whereas like when I did The Dark Knight Returns, even though it is very faithful, I added a lot of things that is different than what Frank had originally done in the comic, just so that it's a different taste, it's a little different feel, so that when you watch it, you know what you're seeing, but you're not bored because I give you a different, like the Batman Superman fight's totally different than it was in the comics. Go ahead.
I was going to say, do you feel like you're competing with Batman Superman because everyone's trying to get hyped for that movie?
No, I mean I worked on that film, so it'd be nice if I'm competing with myself. No, I mean the great thing about Warner Brothers DC is that we are pretty much left alone in our own devices. Like the film guys do their thing, the TV guys do their thing, and we are left to do our own thing. So we don't have executives from the feature saying, "Oh, you can't do this because we're planning on using these characters," which is great because the only people that are kind of like policing us is ourselves. So it allows us to open up the whole DC universe to any story. If we come up with a really good Booster Gold story, guess what? Booster Gold's gonna be. We don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry that Booster Gold is gonna be in like the Flash or the Arrow, because we all are separate, and it's nice that way. Whereas like I have buddies who are over at Disney, and Guardians of the Galaxy, they're like, oh, we can't do stuff because the movie's gonna do that, or this and that, and it's like, okay, well, it's not fun. Like for us, we get to do. It's like the playground is infinite.
That's cool.
That's
Just
really cool.
discussing Batman versus Superman for a second. You said you worked on that. What did you do?
I did storyboards.
Oh, nice.
If you look on my IMDb page, I did
Yep.
I did Man of Steel, I did Batman v Superman. I work on the Flash TV show. I do all the VFX stuff. So I work on everything.
I think I've seen you in some behind-the-scenes DC stuff.
Yeah, sure you have. I've been in a lot of
Yeah,
things.
definitely.
So now, off of that,
I was gonna ask. I was leading up to my question. It was when he was cast. What did you think of Ben Affleck? Because I thought that he was a perfect fit for that.
I think Ben's a great actor. So I mean,
he fits Bruce Wayne and Batman.
exactly.
So.
Yeah, they're all. I mean, Zach is really good at his casting. The whole crew, they're all at the top of their game. You know, fight choreographers, everything.
I just can't wait to see it.
Oh yeah, it'd be fun. I hope you guys like
Are
it.
you guys taking a break from Batman after this?
No, because Batman sells.
Exactly. I know, but you said a trilogy, so I'm curious.
No, I mean this is just number 3 of a long story that we're planning on telling. I mean, the nice thing is that we're gonna have we'll have other ones. So we have Justice League versus Titans coming out.
Nice.
We've got quite a few different things. So what we do is the only one that we actually have in continuity is just the Batman story. We still have Justice League that we'll be doing. We'll still be doing these one-offs like Gods and Monsters, which Bruce is heading on. So it's kind of nice. You get continuity, you get one-offs, and then you get every now and then you'll get like a Justice League or something else that will come up.
Any talk of an Endgame adaptation?
That would be nice. I'd love to. Hell, I'd love to do a Crisis on Infinite Earth at some point. But right now we do about 3 a year, so it's daunting what we try to fit every year, but I think from what I know, what we're going to come up with is some fun stuff down the road.
I just have a quick question. What would you say the biggest difference between working on the DC animated films and the live action films is?
Money and time.
Oh,
It's
like
always
the amount
money
that
and
you
time.
have to play with,
Yes,
basically.
money and time. I mean, the other thing, at least from what I do, is that if I want Batman to do double flips, throw a batarang,
can
and
do it.
grapple away, no problem. But if I ask a stuntman to do that, the stuntman's like, I can't do that.
Well, that's why I'm excited to see the Suicide Squad movie that's going to be live action compared to what we saw in Assault on Arkham.
Yeah.
To see if it's going to be like a similar tone or like what they're changing between those.
I'd be interested. I wish Assault on Arkham. I mean, I wish the Suicide Squad guys called me, but they didn't.
Yeah.
But I'm curious. I mean, it looks from what I saw with the footage, it looks great.
Yeah, they're going to try something different with that one. I can't wait to see
But
it.
you know what's great is that we live in a time when there's a Suicide Squad movie. Like, how awesome is that?
Like,
I would
that's a
never
couple
see that.
layers deep. Like,
Yeah,
now
like,
people
that
are
is
really
awesome.
getting into comic book
Exactly.
like, culture stuff.
Cool. Anybody else?
So, given the title, Bad Blood, I'm wondering how much is Taylor Swift in the movie?
Oh, she's in it all the way. Yeah. You know what's funny is that originally the title was like Bat Family or something. It was like, we always have working titles, and then somewhere down the line, marketing or whatever, I don't know. You have to ask James to talk about this. They changed it to Bad Blood, and I was like, okay. And that was before the Taylor Swift.
Right.
And then Taylor Swift, and I was thought to myself, I was like, is Taylor Swift a Warner Brothers? Is she on the label? Because that'd be cool if we get. But yeah, but no.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jay.
All right, no
Really
problem,
appreciate it.
guys.
Yeah,
Thanks
great
again.
talking to you.
Thank you very
All
much.
right.